running. I recorded, but I want to start over. I find myself talking too much to myself in that last one. I don't want to do that. It's been a rough couple of days. I feel like I'm really confused. I've got a lot of questions, and I don't understand quite what happened. I know what happened, but I don't understand why it happened the way it did. I know it has nothing to do with me. It's the out of my control thing. But I also know that, like, it's bringing me to my higher power, to God, closer. And it's not the normal stresses I've had over these last couple of months. There's a familiarity in it. Of previous relationships, of previous people, places, and things. It's almost like I feel like something was stripped from me. And it wasn't mine to begin with. I really am lucky that I have friends in recovery that I can lean on, talk to. And I'm really fucking sad right now. And for a lot of reasons, man, not just for myself. I watched too many people, including myself, traumatized by this disease. It definitely shows me that I'm not sponsor ready. Not that I'm even in that realm of being a sponsor, but if somebody was really close to me, really connected to me, and they got loaded, could I handle it properly and be a good support system for them? Last night really messed me up, man. It really hurt me. A lot, actually. More than I would like I'm acknowledging it. I don't understand why it had to happen the way it did. I mean, I understand the situation, but too many times has my heart been hurt by this disease. I say I want to help people, I want somebody to watch one of these and maybe they find a way to get better. All the stuff I'm talking about on here. And I know that this is going to help me. It's helping me. It's helped me. I don't know if I would be where I'm at today if I didn't have this platform to vent my journal. I got to talk to a friend I haven't talked to in a year and a half. And he says he watches these. He says, man, they're inspiring. And it's the first time that somebody has told me that I felt like, I'm going in the right direction with this. And I had 2 people in 1 week tell me they watch these. I'm not really tracking any of it. I don't want to obsess over that. Who's watching, how many views, and how long, and all that. That's not what this is about, man. If I did that, then what's the point of this? Then is it really attraction or is it promotion? I just want to put myself out there as I go through this, not go back and then write about all this. You'll never really write exactly how it's happening if you do it after the fact. So doing it during, struggling with what I'm struggling right now, having a rough night and then a rough couple nights ago, back to back basically, and how I'm coping with it, and how I'm dealing with it is truly the essence of how I'm working through stuff. I'm praying, but I'm also praying in a sense where some of the prayer that I'm making is, please give me the ability to let go of something I don't want to let go. I don't want to let that go. It was so great. It felt so fucking good. It didn't make my life hectic. But maybe it made somebody's life hectic. Maybe it wasn't helping them at all. I was talking to a friend today and they said, you're at a point where you can actually see how other people are and look at it and say, that's where I was. And I really just want to be a beacon of light, a beacon of hope for people. And I notice the conversations I'm having with people right now are different than ever. And that's because the integrity of my word, the way I'm talking, it's not bullshit to them. They really see my goal here. I remember when I had a year and a half clean, somebody asked me, well, what are you trying to do with all this? And I said, well, I just want to help people. And they said, no, that's bullshit. What do you, give me a real reason. And I understand that now. I really wasn't. I just wanted to sound like I wanted to. Just like why I used to go to church back then. But what I'm doing now, all of the work that I'm putting in now, and all of the stuff that I'm walking into now, and how I'm walking through it, looking back now. If I knew I had to do it all this way the day that I walked into treatment, I don't know. I mean, I had this idea, but I don't know. Or a year ago, I'd have been like, no, hell no, I'm not going to be able to do that. Go to the gym all the time and fucking be alone and go through what I'm going through today and yesterday and the day before. No, I don't know. No, I'm just going to get loaded. It's much easier to just deal with that and be psychotic. But I look and see how my kids are with me. I look and see people at work and the people that I run into and people I talk to on the phone, and genuine. I realized today that the unmanageability in a conversation with a certain individual was bad. It's like all these messages about really what doesn't need to be said anymore. What am I trying to justify a relationship that really isn't at the point where I wanted it to be anymore? What am I justifying? I really got to let go of that. It sucks, man, because I really, man, I just thought this was... How many times have I said that? I thought this is it. I'm really not good with this. I don't know if I'll ever be good, but maybe I will. I know I have something to offer. You know, like I know I'm kind and I give whoever the world. What I want is, you know, love, kindness, generosity, and you know, I know I offer that, you know, and I know I'm not looking for like multiple partners or any of that stuff either. I'm not trying to like get in somebody's DMs and then they get in somebody else's DMs or any of that. I really just want a companion, somebody that like, I really do want that. I'll go all the way to fucking another continent to get it if I had to. So I know that I do want it. And I want to be that person that helps somebody else grow. But I think that like what I got here was a glimpse of like, hey man, I'm just, I know you wanted it really bad, so here you go. Here's a taste of what you will offer. Here's a taste of what you are. You're not that monster you thought you were. And you never have been. You've just been in a corner, backed into a corner for a very long time. For years, man. Like, probably 25 years. You know, with these two last relationships. And then, you know, this last couple of days I fell back into a corner. So I'm like swinging with my words, trying to hold on to something. I got into a little argument about something I felt was like really small. It wasn't deflecting or manipulating, and I was called manipulative emotionally. And it just, it really hurt because I've been trying to be so helpful and so nice and so kind. I mean, I thought I was. And then to hear that, just, I feel like maybe it was this person really just trying to push me off. This is, and I don't know if that's the case, but it sure feels like it. And maybe they do care about me, maybe they do, but they just couldn't handle the talk of like any of it. So there's been moments in my relationships that I've had where I felt really, really hurt. I think I've never really been able to deal with them right. And I think I'm in a point in my life where I know how to work through it, and I'm given an opportunity to really just do that. You know, to really just let go with love, because you don't want to. You don't want to let go. You want to give somebody everything you've got, and unfortunately they don't really want it. They might have thought they did, but they don't. So I'll just keep doing, you know, I'll just keep doing the little things right. I'll just keep, you know, being kind and working my program. And who knows, maybe one day I'll hold hands with the person that I just least expected. And kids will like them. They'll like my kids. You know, and the conversations will never feel like I'm working too hard. They're not working too hard. We just talk. And I got to have that for a little bit. It was awesome. It really was. Truly grateful for it. It was wonderful. It felt refreshing to not have to have this ulterior motive or lie or, you know, any of that. It just felt good to just be 100. It also shows me I'm willing to wait for anybody, for the right person. I'm willing to wait. And I'm willing to cultivate. You know, it has to go both ways. Like, cause really the next person that I am intimate with is the person I want to marry. I don't want what I've always had, which is, you know, I'm just, you know, physical contact with no intimacy, with no fulfillment, you know. And I think that, like, there's something to be said about having similar beliefs in the idea of a higher power. I don't necessarily think I need to have a Christian woman. And I know that there's some people watching this right now, they're like, yes, you do. I just need to have somebody who believes in something greater than themselves, and they lean on it. And they trust in it. They respect that I do too. I think that foundation of a spiritual idea of a higher power is going to be important to me. Maybe somebody who's found theirs would be important to me. Maybe somebody who has gone through some ups and downs and overcame them would be important to me. You know? That's all. So I think it's good that I made this video for myself, not necessarily for the public or whatever. I think it's good that I can express this, because I think that really it's important. Here we go, another night that I'm home by like after 10. I mean, I can't even complain. I needed these deals. I needed them last month, but I'll take them this month. It's not like I have another income tax check coming. And I'm on a really good track at work. That feels good. And the conversations with the people that I'm working with are wonderful. The clients I'm running into, wonderful. Where I'm thinking it's going to be a battle, it's wonderful. Like, I had a really good time with my last client. And I was really worried that it was going to be this drag out price battle. And really, there was that. But he wasn't even at me. He was just at the deal. We got along really well. And his wife got along really well. Like, that's a customer for life for me now, if I can continue to cultivate that. And so whatever I have going on internally, which has been all day, it's just been this constant knot in my stomach, I was able to perform at work really well. And in that regard. And so I am excited to see what's to come. You know, I don't like that I was on the phone and thought something was going on. So yeah, there's some stuff I'm gonna have to say. I know that too, because I trust is really important to me. And I don't know how many times I was on the phone thinking some weird shit was going down, and it was. You know, it was. And I just looked like a fucking fool. I let that happen to me. least I know. You know, at least I know. And at least I'm not gonna. At least I'm strong enough right now to know that, like, nah, I don't have to. It's all good. It's good. It's fine. And then, you know, as days progress and I surrender to this, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I'll get that eventually again. You know, wake up and that's the first thing I think of. Last thing I think of when I go to bed. I'll be able to sleep with somebody. Where we look at each other in the eyes and we go to sleep. And worrying about like what they're doing, if it goes against my moral compass, is not what I am ever going to put myself in again. Oh, I need to get me a mixing cup. So I feel better. Another 22-minute video, man. These videos are long when I'm struggling, dude. These are for me, not you. Feel free to tag along and watch them. At least these 21-minute ones, these over 20-minute ones. It's how I'm writing, but verbally, but you know, out loud. This is helping me. It's helping me get through it. So I'm okay with the drive home in this, where I felt like I needed to talk to somebody specific. I needed to do this. This is how I get through my stuff. I talk about it, even if it's to my phone and then I post it. It's how I get through it. Maybe if you're struggling with some stuff, start one of these. You know, this doesn't have to be like the only one. This should be a bunch of them that people are getting through, and maybe I can watch yours too and see how you're doing it, and then give me some ideas on how to do mine. And I'm not talking about these videos, I'm talking about my life. I love that I'm doing this though. I do believe that somebody will watch this one day and they will be struggling with maybe a relationship or you know, drug use or whatever, and they'll be like, yeah man, that really helped. And now I know, like, I'm not the only one going through this, and we don't even know each other, and I'm glad that I'm going through it's, you know, similarly. You know, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Maybe meet somebody one day where they're like, man, I watched all these things and, you know, like, you really helped me. You didn't even know you helped me. And I appreciate it. And then they walk off and they go about doing their thing, and I know I made an impact to help them. That would be nice. So if you haven't heard this today, I love you. If you don't believe me, come meet me and I'll show you. And I like saying that. I'd like to prove that to a stranger. You know, anybody. And let me buy you a cup of coffee. Let's sit down and talk. You know, maybe we could just talk about our struggles. Maybe you can talk about yours. Maybe I could listen. And you could ask me, how would you handle that? And I would say, well, this is how I handle it if it was me. And then you could say, I don't really want to do it that way. And I'd say, yeah, that's okay. That's how I would handle it. How would you handle it? And you would tell me that. And I'd say, yeah, no, that actually, I like the way that sounds. And then we get through some shit together. Exchange numbers and know each other for years. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So that's my entry.